Hi, Salam Alaikum. Suleiman Rahim here. Messenger Covenant. Break of the Seven Seals. Welcome. Sisters and brothers, we're going to talk about the destroyer. Now, we got all these religions in the world. All these religions in the world, but everyone claims they're the right one. But Christianity is unique. It's the youngest of all of them. Well, at least the form that we have now. And it's unique in this threat of eternal damnation if you don't believe in it. Yet it has no connection to reality whatsoever. We're going to talk about that. But it's unique in that respect. And it was created to target a certain demographic. But even inside there, like we have this sealed Bible, and it's even sealed is very clear. It tells you that the book would not be open to the end of time, unsealed. And yet all these people run around when they know the Bible, they haven't unsealed it. They haven't broken the seven seals. And it tells you do not be deceived. It keeps telling you not be deceived. So it means that people trying to deceive you. But yet everybody's deceived. And said the real deal, they wouldn't listen to him. Even though he had all the credentials. They wouldn't listen to him. So how is that? When they get all this information, I mean, it's so clear. And then Elijah Muhammad to come and prep you. See? He's like somebody prep you for this exam, and then you fail anyway. He prep you. There's no way in the world that those who listen to him could be deceived. There's no way, but yet they were. Yet they were. Okay. He brought his test with him. He can't prep you, then he brought his test with him, Farrakhan. There's no way you could be deceived by him. He tells you straight, he's representing Elijah Muhammad. And you could just look at what Elijah Muhammad said and see he's not teaching that at all. He's going totally contradicting everything Elijah Muhammad said. Yet, and you don't understand what's going on there because is he really deceiving anybody? See, there's so much going on that we're going to talk about, brothers and sisters, you don't understand. He's not really deceiving anybody, is he? Because he got demons there. And they're all on board with what he's doing. But that's the deception. Because you think that he's right because all these people with him saying, yeah, 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 yeah. Like a cheering section. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because they're on board with his deceit, the deception. And that's what pulls you in. Because he pulls in the ones that unwary, that's not thinking, they can't have ability to go and check for themselves. Because one read of Elijah Muhammad, what it said, shows you, hey, Farrakhan is not teaching anything Elijah Muhammad said. He said who the devils were. They ain't the devils anymore. That was primary to what he taught. We going back home. We ain't going nowhere. Everything Elijah Muhammad said, he says opposite. Yet instead, he claims he represents Elijah Muhammad. See? Devils cannot be reformed. They ain't devils no more, and he's going to reform them. He tore down the nation. He ran and hid as a coward as soon as the wolves came at the door. Everything, I mean, it's so obvious. I mean, it's never been a person that's been so evil, so obvious deceive as much as he has, because he hasn't really deceived anybody. He's got a cheering section. He's got his cheering section. That's what's deceiving you. The cheering section. And devil's got a cheering section too. The demons. We have a cheering section. See, so again, hey, you're cheering. And you find yourself you went there rooting for one team, then you're rooting for another team because the cheering section is so effective. And the thing is, let's talk about this here. See, Holocaust. We lead off with the Holocaust. Why? Because everything I'm talking about is Holocaust. That's phase one of the destruction we're going to talk about. That's phase one of the destruction. Holocaust. That's phase one. The destroyer. Now, what's a destroyer? They say the devils will go out to kill, steal, and destroy. Wait, back up on that one. Kill, steal, and destroy. Wait. What's the difference between kill and destroy? If you kill somebody, didn't you destroy them? Did you? They claim they killed Jesus, but they destroy him. Because, I mean, it depends on your viewpoint. You know, he's more alive now than ever. His message. So they didn't really destroy him. They didn't really destroy him, did they? Destroys eradicates you totally. There's no evidence that you ever existed. Like you never have ever happened. So we're going to talk about this. Killer, stealer, thief, and destroyer. But the Holocaust, that's all about this. It's phase one of a phase three destruction. Because it's more than meets your eye what's going on here. So you get lost in the Holocaust because that's definitely what's going on. Definitely happened now. Everything's going on from now, since 2020 on, until the total destruction of this reality is a result of the Holocaust, the consequence of it. The consequence of it. Consequence of the Holocaust. So, they try to minimize it. See, there's more ulterior motives than you think. I'm trying to get to the deep, to the nub of what you're really going to see. You understand exactly what's going on. And, you know, say like it's line by line, bit by bit. Get deeper and deeper into the subject, deeper and deeper into the gold mine. You understand? Deeper and deeper. I'm trying to get you deeper and deeper into this. Understand exactly what's going on with these. What's going on here? Because Holocaust. That wasn't the end. That wasn't the total end of it. There's a whole process. It kind of talks about it too, but you don't understand it because you don't have thoroughly really acknowledged. And neither are the people that claim to follow the Quran because they have no idea what the Quran is saying. If they did, they would have a whole different idea. Most of it jinn anyway. They claim they're in submission to Allah, right, by grabbing the Quran. But, you know, jinn says the same thing. They claim they're submission to Allah because they're holding on to truth. Think about it. Think about that. The jinn, right? They was told to submit. See, let's look into this, brothers and sisters. See, this is part of the process why we're in the situation we're right now. The jinn was told to submit to someone who would make him shed blood. And he said, why would I do that? Why God tell me to submit? I mean, you could sympathize with that. Why would I do that? You righteous God, I love you. And why you tell me to do something like this? I'm not going to submit to this. So God said he was disbelieving and he was proud that God condemned him for not submitting to an evil person. What the hell is this? How does that make any sense? So he sympathized with that bliss. So that bliss is gone and he's representing God, the righteous God, in the righteous way that he thinks is the righteous way, that for all appearance, if he's doing what he was doing before, he's the righteous one. Because he's not submitting to evil. Somebody make me shed blood. He's the righteous one. Think about it. He's the right. Look at, he ain't submitting to that. Because if you don't know what's going on, if you wasn't there in the briefing when you was told and the command was given to submit to Adam, who make me shed blood, then you would say, you celebrate the jinn. You celebrate Iblis. Yeah, man. Say Iblis is Satan. Iblis is not Satan. See, that's they all confused. Iblis is not Satan. So if you didn't know any better, if you're not thoroughly rooted in knowledge, then you're confused of this with you. Because he said, man, look, he's doing God's work. He's not submitting to evil. He's doing his prayers. He's doing his fasting. He ain't submitting to that wicked one. He must be God's people. And you'd be wrong, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Now, tell me that road you go down, and you think it's the right road, and you're going down that road, you think it's the right one, and you find out there's a dead end. Because the one that's submitting to that evil person is the one that's God's people. What the hell how the hell does that work out like that? That's the deception. Because you don't understand the mathematics. You understand, that's why God said, I know what you know not. See? And so he said, well, and so that's what you got. Because you got those Sunnis over there. I'm with God. I ain't spending, see, and who Adam? Adam is to them. Adam is all of us. All humanity. So angel is somebody else. So right there you get confused because angel is somebody is immaterial. See? But they supposed to submit to Adam. How in the hell, if angels are immaterial beings, spiritual beings, how in the hell Adam can command them? Because for him to submit to Adam, for them to submit to Adam have to command them. How can he command them? He can't see them. Don't even know they're there. None of it makes any sense. But the crux of the matter is, that's a great deception. Because the one that looks like they're doing God's work is the one that ain't. They're doing all God's works. Got the Ramadan, all that stuff. But they ain't spitting Adam. And they're the ones that God's condemning. And you say, they doing God's work though. Ain't that what they doing? Because they're not submitting to Adam. We know who Adam is. They're not submitting to the Europeans. They're the only people on the land, Sunnis, the only one people on the planet right now that won't submit to him. I ain't going on with that stuff, man. I ain't going to submit to Adam. They're fighting them, terrorists and everything else. They're fighting them tooth and nail. I ain't submitting to that. I ain't submitting to society. I'm not going to submit to capitalism. I'm not having no banks. I'm not going to do all that stuff. And they obeying everything the Quran says. Except that one point. They got to Adam. But everything the Quran says. At least it looks like it. That's the powerful deception, isn't it? Because therefore you look and say, oh, the ones that submit to Adam, right, submit to this wicked one, those are the ones that God's going to pick, and the ones that are not submitting to fighting them, right? Claim, fighting them with the Quran, with God's words, with God's book, from the Holy Land. They're the ones that God don't want. He hates them. What the hell? You see? Because you don't understand. So you understand the mathematical situation, you see what's going on. Because energy deprivation, you understand that concept, then you understand exactly what's going on here. But if you don't understand that, then nothing makes any sense. Because you definitely be with the Sunnis. Why wouldn't you be? That'd be the battle to fight, because you're fighting Satan now. You're fighting Satan. You're fighting the devil. See? And you're losing, but you're fighting them. You're fighting a good fight. And everybody look, all the observers, man, yeah, man, they ain't submitting, man. They're the strongest ones, man. Everybody's submitting, and they ain't all the angels, right? Because angels, but everybody's submitting except them, man. They strong, they powerful, man. They with God. You understand what I'm saying? And the Quran says they hate. They're the jinn. Those are Sunnis. The Arab Sunnis, they're the jinn. But if you read the Quran, except for that part about the jinn, if you read the whole Quran except the part about the jinn, then it's soldiers of God. They're fighting God's fight. They're the ones you should be with. You should give your life for. See? Because they fighting against Adam. They fighting a good fight. They fighting against the one that makes men shed blood. See? And it says, God says, no, you're supposed to submit to them. You see what I'm saying? The great deception. But I said as much in the much we're gonna talk about a few things here, but that's a point I think I'm gonna drill home for the next few days. There's a lot that I can talk about, brothers and sisters, but you know, it's like trying to feed, you know, T-bone steaks to a newborn baby. You're gonna kill them. Can't do it. I mean, a lot of things I want to tell you, like this right here. This is complicated, but only the people that there's only a few people that understand what I just told you. Only people few understand. There's a few people that even understand the angel. they're the wise people on the planet, but you think they're stupid. They might even realize how smart they are themselves. They might not understand how powerful they are themselves, but they're still trying to understand what's going on here. The knowledge they're getting. The power because I keep telling them, Thor is power. Thor is power. And the thoughts they have and the knowledge they have is great any knowledge on the planet. It's greater than knowledge any prophet ever had. No, but they're still trying to understand it. They're trying to ground themselves in it. See, they don't understand what they got yet. But they're the wisest people on the planet. And they can understand what I just told you. But most of you can't understand it. Some of you might start thinking about it if you're familiar with the Quran. See, but then right away, the way they got it set up, you can't, oh man, if he ain't talking Prophet Muhammad stuff. But then Prophet Muhammad said 80% of his Ummah, he said he wouldn't know them, they wouldn't know him. They're hellbound. You understand? So we're going to move into the subject, brothers and sisters. See? The great deception. How can you get around that deception? That's a hard deception to get around. That's a hard deception to get around. It's almost impossible to get around it. Because the disbeliever is the one that's against God, is the one that's claiming to be in total submission to God. And they're doing everything that God says do. Except the most primary point. They had to submit to Adam. All the angels. They try to say, well, Bliss was an angel. Well, then how he's condemned if he wasn't an angel then? It don't even make any sense. They said, well, he's not an angel. How could he not be? They can't. Man was angels. And we're going to move on, brothers and sisters. I'm going to talk more about this later. Maybe another presentation. But the destroyer. See, we're in the out. See, we're in the mind zone. See, in the mind sphere. See, you're in the atmosphere, we're in the mind sphere, which they have no power. That's why we can see things clearly from here. See? By bird's eye view, see everything clear from here. But you haven't got there yet. They're taking you out of it. So we're going to talk about those things. That's part of the destruction. Okay. It says, and the devils will go out to kill, steal, and destroy. Or steal, kill, destroy, kill, steal, destroy. Have it as you will. So say you know them by the works. So right there. You know who they are. So now I'm telling you, hey man, these people are weak and everything. But I just told you a few minutes ago, we got to submit to them. You see the problem? You see the problem? It tells you who these evil people are. And then, but if you listen to the Quran, you have to submit to them. So we'll identify them. You see the problem? Is it getting through to you? So why am I saying this now? Because their time of submission to them is over. The time of submission, we did the submission. Their time was officially over 2020. And 2020 time was over. Understand that. Kill, steal, destroy. The Europeans, when they came out of the Dark Ages, that's chapter 20 of the Revelations, exactly what they did. They come and stole the land. They stole other people's land, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, killed its peoples, and then they went on to destroy it. And then they destroyed a whole people. Or these, it did say they go out to do this. See? So in other words, they accomplished the killing, they accomplished the stealing, they haven't accomplished the destruction. That's in the process. We have to understand our reality here. That's what Master from Muhammad said a lot of things about the earth. But you understand those lessons. See, our creation, you have to understand it. It's a biological creation. And it's based on one of the main processes of it is recycling. That's one of the fundamental processes of recycling. And recycling is a justice type of thing because that's what it is. You convert one thing to another. It's a consequence. You click convert A to B, then B back to A, and A back to B back. It has to be equal, otherwise it don't work. After a while it breaks down. It has to be equal on both sides. The process has to be equal all around. That's our biological system. So there's no real destruction in that concept because if it is, you throw the whole system out. See? It's conversion, but no destruction. Convert one thing from one form to another. And you just keep cycling. In other words, you create urine to water, water back to urine, but you don't destroy the urine. You convert it. If you destroy it, then there's nothing to convert back to water. After a while, you have no water. That's destruction. Our system was not based on destruction, based on recycling. And that's why the Quran says the earth cannot handle, the earth is burdened. It cannot handle the burden. What's the burden? This industrial complex. It's impossible. It cannot work here. Because it's based on destruction of the whole system. Recycling. Because they build stuff, they make stuff. Now they talk about recycling now, but they don't, because they got all these land dumps stuff. They make stuff, and then when it's over, it doesn't go recycle back into the environment. Not in any meaningful way. Like that's one of the reasons why you say, why they close out nuclear plants? Because they can't tell you the truth about it. Because the waste from it takes thousands, tens of thousands, I mean, 100,000 years to be converted back into normal material again. Well, you can't wait that long. In other words, if we take water and we convert it to urine every day, if it took 10,000 years for the sun to turn it back to water, we'd be dead by the time it got back to us. Be dead, because all the water be gone, and we waiting for all the water to turn to urine. We wait for the sun, 10,000 years for the sun to turn it back to water. We'd be dead, all of us. Has to be a continuous thing. Usually barely on the daily cycle, but anyway. So they got a process here. This industrial complex doesn't fit into the recycling process. Not in a meaningful way. Because it take thousands of years. So in other words, it's ineffective. But if you do something, it takes thousands of years for it to break down. In other words, this cycle is based on, let's say for instance, okay, if you turn water into urine and turn it back to water and does it on a daily cycle, hey, there's no problem because you're always going to have enough water, right? But if it took 5 years to do it, then you might have a drought. You might have a serious drought on the planet. Because all of a sudden, all the water is urine, and you still wait for it to turn back to water, and you got all these people. You see what I'm saying? You have a problem. So, it'll take 10, 50, put this in a simple way you understand. Say it rained every 25 years. That's how the water gets back, right? 25 years. In 25 years, all the water would be turned to urine. We'd be dead. We couldn't wait 25 years for that to happen. That's a severe drought. Humanity could not handle. So what if you interrupt that cycle and cause that to happen? People wouldn't realize until maybe 10 years into it, and they said, damn, man, how come I ain't drinking no water? Where's all the water? They would not realize it until then. But at that point, you was making a lot of money and everything, right? Whatever you was doing, preventing that from happening on a daily basis, because what you're doing is you're interrupting the cycle. So it takes 10 years or 20 years, right, for the water to be converted. And that's what's happening in this industrial complex, because they build all this stuff, cars and all that kind of stuff. That's not recycled. It doesn't recycle in a meaningful time, and all this stuff. And they pollute the oceans. It says corruptions in the land and the sea because of what man's hands have wrought. That's the corruption the Quran's talking about. This whole industrial system is totally alien to this planet. It cannot exist here. Is it appropriate? They think it's so great. No, it's right. It says, and what the Quran says, they think they're making goodly manufacture. What do you think talking about? What do you think manufacture is? And they think they're making goodly manufacture because it's totally alien. It cannot exist here. And that's what's causing the problems in the world right now. But this is where they think they get their power from. They're not going to abandon it. Because they say, oh, well, we got global warming. Let's vote on it. How you going to vote? Oh, man, the war's, it's not, we're messing the water cycle up, man. Let's vote on how we're going to stop that. Vote. Vote? You want to vote? So are you survival? Humanity's survival depends on the vote? You see, even the whole system is screwed up. You can't be on no vote. When you know something's wrong, you can't ask people to vote on whether it's right or not. You have to be able to do what's right. That's a stupid system. That's their system. I'm not going to all details of their system because the whole thing is screwed up, messed up. I'm trying to get you to understand this whole industrial complex you think is so great, the cell phones and all that stuff you think is so great and everything, it's destroying you. Cancer, leukemia, all these other diseases, right? And problems that you're facing, famine, weather. It's all the result of this industrial complex. It's totally alien. They said people that did it before. The reason why people never did it before, they was much wiser than these people. Because the earth was not meant to have an industrial complex. We have industry, but we do it off planet. We have plants designed just for industry. For certain industry. We have plants designed for that. But they have no idea of that because evolution, we came from apes. We never did industry here. That's why people, oh man, they never reinvented the wheel. We so smart, man. We do all this stuff. Look at all this stuff we're doing. See, all this technology, which themselves, they even get the ideas, they even get even from themselves. See? And you think it's so great, but how come you're suffering right now? How come, if America's so great, how come everything's getting worse? See, you understand what efficiency means? Efficiency means things get better. It's more efficient, it works better and better. That's efficiency. So if this whole system here was efficient, then there'd be people less taxes, there'd be less crime, it'd be better and better every year. But things get worse every year. That tells you right now it's not efficient, it means it's wrong. Something not efficient, you don't want it. You know something gets worse and worse. You know something gets improved. This whole system is showing you it's collapsing before your eyes because it's alien to the whole nature of things. That's where destruction comes in at. because they realize they are alien. And it's the only subject they can deal with because they can't deal with the biological, because they're at war with the biological system. They're at war with the biological system. Because right now they talk about this global warming, everything, but are they doing anything about it? But now they flirted with nuclear war, which is going to definitely destroy the biological system altogether. Nuclear war will destroy the biological system altogether. Case closed, full stop. But they flirt with it like it's a walk in the park right now. Why? Why are they doing that? And everything they do is against you. But they got you going along because the cheerleading section telling, hey man, it's okay, man. We're the winners. Everything they doing is every policy the Democratic Party kept is against you totally. And even this thing now, this transgender and everything else, and you ride along with that. That's against you too. It's a whole against your nature because we against that by naturally. But church section saying demons, yeah, man. No, and what's that got to do with us? That had nothing to do with civil rights what we was going through. They jump on our bandwagon. Huh? I mean, well, yeah, that's civil rights. It had nothing to do with what we went through in the Holocaust. But they jump on that bandwagon. And you got the cheerleaders, the demons, black-faced devils, right? Cheerleading, and that's what's drawing you in. See? But we ain't mad at you because we know what's going on. And we're going to wake up. They ain't. You're going to wake up in a minute. When you wake up, oh hell. All this shit's coming to a screeching halt. Let's go into it, brothers. Just a little more, a little deeper. Kill, steal, destroy. There's three phases on this. Because in order to destroy this biological system, you have to destroy it at the root, the cause of it, the creator of it. That's us. Phase one is Negro butts. In terms of Negro butts, what they did, because the object is destroy us. First turns to Negro butts. Because they have an agenda. They're working towards something. And what was the main thing I said about Negro butts? Self-destruct. Because they have us doing something that's destroying our own nature, destroying our own environment. Because the biological system is an extension of our environment, extension of our nature, it's our environment. Yes, we created. Extension of us. We need air. We need water. That's life sustaining. We build an environment self-sustaining, right? So you can breathe, drink water, eat, and everything. So I don't have to worry about it. Okay? So it provides all our physiological needs. Okay. And so they're on the path to destroy all of that. Why? What they discovered by nature that they're totally against it because they're totally at war with the biological system. They don't want you to know that. They're totally at war with the biological system. And to be at war with it, first you have to take out the root of it. And so Negro butts. And as Negro butts, what we doing? We gave them a physical power, work, a physical work to build this industrial complex. Because that's what happened after, 300 or 400 years of work that they moved and left about ingenuity, they start, right? Because the industrial age came into existence. The industrial age came into existence because, right? First of all, because they had, second of all, because then they had enough money and power and everything, right? To move in that direction. Industrialize. You have to have the components and things there to do that. You have to have knowledge of metals, knowledge of this and everything else for the Industrial Revolution. You just jump up out of jungle and say, okay, I'm going to start building them. You get the knowledge, you got to get all the framework, got the infrastructure and everything else. So we gave them that power to do that. Because in the agriculture age, right, where you get your power from is from slavery enslaving people, forcing people to work. That was your lifeblood. Profit, make people work and get and without having to pay them or pay the maximum profit, minimum overhead. That's the lifeblood of our cultural age. Because you want people to go out there and work for you. And the more you get to work for you, less pay them, the more powerful you become. See? That's why you have enough power, you can go to the next layer, next level, industrial age. That's what they did. And ingrain us self-destructive behavior. Because that's the ultimate goal. They want us to self-destruct. And I said to self-destruct at massive whim. Because it's a method to the madness here. Negro bus. That's what we were. It took 64 years to complete that process. And then you got Negro bus round, and you know that Negro bus, ask what his name is. My name is Jesse Jackson. My name is Jesse Jackson. That's a Chinaman's name. See if you find a person from China call himself Jesse Jackson. See if you find some India call himself that. Jesse Jackson, that's a white man's name. Why you wearing a white man's name? Where you get a name from? I got it from Daddy. Where you get it from? You got me, Daddy. Where you get it from? See, they don't want to answer that. They're proud of it. That's what they made their Negro butt. They don't know it's a stamp. It wasn't a name to begin with. It was Master's name. Everybody on the plantation, all Negroes on the plantation had that last name. That was sign of ownership that was owned by Jackson, Master Jackson. Negro butts. Self-destruct, ask no questions. Take it totally out of reality. See, destroy you as a person. Your nature and everything else. So you become a biological robot. See? That's the first stage. The second stage. Ghost. See, I'm not just be making this stuff up, bro. It says I'm trying to hang these things together. I talked about ghost not too long ago. What is it? The ghost is something that looks alive, but it's not. It's not. It has no substance to it. It has a form. It has no substance. It has no power. The only power is in just scaring you if you don't have no knowledge. If knowledge, there's no power. It's there though, but it's, it seems to exist, but it's immaterial. It has no power. The ghost has no power. See? And that's the next stage. That stage you're in right now. Okay? In every sense of the word. First of all, you don't even know, you don't know who you are. And you're happy with not knowing who you are. So they've made a plant of ghosts because no one knows who they are. And everybody's trying to be what everybody else wants them to be. So that's where they're ghosts. Because the minute you start trying to be who you are or you think you are, you come under attack. You have no friends. Because to have a friend, you got to be like the friend wants you to be. That's the base of friendship. That's the base of friendship. The base of being popular. You have to be what people want you to be, not who you are. Be what people want you. You have to be what people want you. So it means you're not real. You're not real. How can you be real if you're being other than yourself? You're trying to be friends, but you're being friends because they're not really your friends because you have to be what they want you to be. So you're going all out trying to be what everybody else wants you to be so you can be popular. That means you lost yourself. But now you're popular, but you don't know who you are. You've lost yourself. And you think they like you, they don't like you. Because they like you, you would have to change to be what they want you to be. They like, right, what they made you into. You see? But they suffer the same problem themselves. Because what they made you into is what everybody else wants you to be. See? Not what they want you to be, but everybody else wants you to be. They're trying to be in tune with everybody else. Everybody say, oh man, you should be transgender. Oh, okay. So now they want you to be transgender. So now you be transgender because you want to be what everybody else wants you to be. And the ones that want you to be transgender, the reason why they want you to be transgender because everybody else wants you to be transgender. Say, yeah, you should be transgender because they want to be in tune with everybody else. They don't even know who they are. They have no principles or nothing. And you find people now, they have no principles, no character, anything. No character at all. You don't find any character in this America at all, no character. Everybody just lie. You can't depend on anybody. No word don't mean anything. And when somebody comes along like that, they want to kill them. That's why they could never get anywhere. The jinn, they never anywhere near the angel. And then said when the angel would come up, when the person would come along who wasn't a ghost, they would hate him because he was standing out. Because everybody's a ghost and he ain't. Everybody's a ghost. They have no substance. They're just walking around, have no power, no substance, just ghosts. Ghosts have no power. I said power is energy, time, discipline. So as Negro butts, we had no power then, but we did have substance. But now they took that away too. So, and you're totally out of touch with, ghosts are totally out of touch with reality because they can't affect reality. So you got a religion that's totally out of touch with reality. It has no basis. There's no connection to reality in Christianity at all, none. There's no point of connection with reality, none, zero. Destroyer. So that destroyed you as an individual, destroyed you as a person, destroyed out of people, as a nation. Now destroy your very existence. That's the second phase. Destroy your very existence. See, they weren't trying to destroy your very existence, and if that was phase one. They wanted to get your power, get your strength, and everything. But now it's destroy your entire existence. See, they produce that hybrid, those demons, and help them to do that because they did that. That's your role model. Help them, because they look like you. So it's easy to deceive you because they look like you. So now they turn you into a ghost. So they can manipulate you because all they got to do is have someone come in and tell the demons to say, hey man, this is the popular view. And you're going to adopt that view because you want to be in tune with everybody else. Because they already set the stage for it. They already set the predicate for it. That you going to go along with it because you already don't know who you are. You're talking about my name is James Richardson. You don't know who you are. You don't have your name, your culture, you don't have anything. And you think America is for you and your Democratic Party, everybody, they for you. And obviously, and you take a look at it, and every program they got is totally against black people. Everyone. But you're going to say, no, these are things they can tell, like a thermometer, right? They can tell that they got you because they look at the thermometer. What's the thermometer? Oh, they found Democratic Party. All these things are totally against them. So that our self-destruct program is working. Because that's totally destructive behavior. Total self-destructive behavior. Democratic Party. It's not named after nothing. Oh, he's got the name, James Richardson. Thermometer, check. Oh, he's a Christian, check. So they check. Because you ain't say, oh, we got a real person here. That's not a ghost. Because you a ghost. You say, now, coach, your name ain't James Richardson. Find me somebody African from Africa named James Richardson. Show me how Christianity has any connection to reality. Show me where you can even prove any of it. So you're not real. You walk around with a ghost name, a ghost religion. Self-destructive. You have no home. It's not your home. And this land stolen anyway, so why would you identify with something that's stolen? You're ghosts. Roaming around. You don't know who you are. You're totally out of touch with reality. Total. And you go on any old fad that comes along. They send Kanye out there with some boots on, some rain boots on. Now you got Negroes running around walking boots, rain and slippers. Well, how does that make any sense? Because it doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense to you because you're in tune with the crowd. You fit in. I'm in with the in crowd. Remember that song? I do what the in crowd does. That's you. That means that ain't you, is it? That ain't you. You just said ain't you. Because you ain't what everybody else want. That ain't you. You converted to what everybody else wants you to be. That ain't you then, is it? You're not your ghost. You're not real. And none of you know who you are. That's why it says you will not return to have a thorough knowledge of self. Because you don't have any knowledge of self at all at this point. So you can get mad, well, man, my name is Peter Richardson. Okay. That tells me you're a ghost. I ain't going to listen to a damn thing you say. Because you're damn good. I don't listen to none of y'all. Because you're a ghost. And you like being a ghost. You don't even try to change. Let me tell you where you got the names from. Oh, man. My name is Peter Black, man. My name is Peter Jackson. Really? That's telling you a ghost. I'm down the Democratic Party. Oh, yeah. Abortion. Margaret Sanger. Right? Mass incarceration. Just name a couple. We go on and on and on. Democratic Party values. I'm a Christian. Oh, who's God? I don't know. With angels, I don't know. With heaven, I don't know. What do you know? I know I love Jesus. Where is he? I don't know. Can you prove he exists? No, the Bible says so. Where's the Bible come from? I don't know. Ghosts. Ghosts. That's phase 2, turn into a ghost. Because once you turn into a ghost, it's easy to get rid of it in. Because remember that self-destruct feature of building as a Negro butt? They set the predicate back there. They move to phase 2, ghosts. Because they'll really see, they need you in the agricultural age. They don't need you in the industrial age. See? You become a burden in the industrial age. So they got to build prisons for you. And the AI age is coming in. Total eradication. total eradication. Because now they got real robots now to do industrial. So they don't have to pretend they need you anymore. That's why so-called freed you, because they no longer need you. They didn't free you because but from some altruistic reason. Because they didn't need you in the fields picking cotton anymore. When you was out there in the fields, you didn't need education, did you? To pick cotton. All you need to do is to pick cotton. All they do is feed you and get your ass out there to pick cotton. And they fed you what? Shit. They fed you the minimum they could. They fed you the lowest part of the recycling cycle, the shit part. Shitless. Cow manure, chips. It's right in the Bible. Don't tell me it's not in there because I brought to you. That's they feed you. So you need to educate, you need to think, you need that, and they allow you to it. But then in the industrial age, you need to operate the machines and stuff they would have you doing. See? So, well, we got education. Well, they had to give you enough education. You can operate the machines and things. What does an industrial slave look like? And then they move into AI era. I'll balance this for a second here. With the AI era, we don't need you at all. Got real robots. That phase 2, turn to ghosts. Easy to get rid of ghosts. New robots not so easy. Ghosts easy, because you don't exist anyway. And you can go along with the crowd. So the crowd, like limits, you know what limits are? One rolls off the clip and the rest go with it. Because you're Democrat now, see? So one goes off the clip, all the rest go with it. Because they don't they just follow whatever everybody else doing. And that's what got you doing. Because you ain't real anymore. Your whole existence is based on being what everybody wants you to be. So all you got to do is send a few demons off the cliff and you're going right with them. That's what it says in Mark. It says they went off the cliff together. All you got to do is have a few demons run off the cliff and you're going to run off with them. Kanye come out and said, man, I'm taking crack every day, man. You're going to take crack too, because Kanye's doing it. So now they got you as ghosts. They know it easy. Just get a couple of cheerleaders, point in a certain direction, you're going to follow right behind them. Right to your destruction. And that's what's going on right now. You're going right straight to your destruction. You're going so fast you don't realize it. And as I assume, had to catch your ass at just the neck of time to catch you just at the edge of hell. I'm saying the Quran, right? You're the edge of disaster when they have to grab your ass. You're about to step off into disaster, off the cliff of disaster, and someone had to grab your ass, cut you right there. So that's where they had you running, full speed. Got people running full speed to disaster. Only thing standing between them and disaster is Suleiman. You're the only one going to do it. Because they got you as ghosts. Phase 2. Let's look what phase 3 is. See, ghosts are not connected to the biological system. So you think you fall in line. In agriculture, you was even though they had you on the shit end of it, you still was connected to the biological system. But now you have no concern for it anymore. As a ghost. You're no concern for it anymore. Not connected. And actually you help them build a system that's totally against the biological system. Because robots and all that kind of stuff, that's against the biological system. It's totally against it. Because they don't need the biological system. That's what AI is all about. It doesn't need a biological system. Computers don't need it. Robots don't need it. And the destroyer, he is at war with it. And so he has to be at war with the originators of it, the ones that depend on it, the one that's us. That's us. That's his goal. Destroy his biological system. Phase 3. And you give him the creative power to do it, this AI's computer and stuff, because they're coming up with cyborgs. Cyborgs. What's a cyborg? Cyborg is a human brain in a mechanical body, mechanical electromagnetic body. I talked about this in the past. They tell you putting chips in your brain. They also have what do they call those with prosthetic arms. They say actually you can. Before there was this metal, right? They said now you can feel. You can feel. Then fast track to do that because they plan on destroying this whole biological system along with you because you go to it because you're not going to be a cyborg. You're not going to be a part of that process. So that's why they want nuclear war. I've been talking about it the last few days. They want nuclear war. That's going to destroy biological system. They're not ready for it yet. They're close. That's why mass from Muhammad makes move before they're ready. Before they're ready, before they can pull off it. Because they're going to nuclear war. That's their plan, that's what they're talking. Because that's a destroyed biological system. And they can take and put themselves in cyborg form where they won't need the biological system anymore. They don't need it. Don't need it. They're talking about making artificial food out of chemicals. Machines don't care about weather, even radiation. That would be the result of nuclear war. But biological life wouldn't be able to survive. You wouldn't be able to survive. The only ones going to survive is the cyborgs, the ones that they select. You won't be one of them when they select to go through that process. They know then that they win their war against the biological system because they had totally warred the biological system. Biological system kicking their ass. The bad weather and everything else that's happening. This biological system is kicking their ass. The diseases and the plagues and all this stuff that's coming upon them. This biological system is fighting back. Because we got a powerful biological system that's fighting back. They can't totally destroy because they still have to keep a human brain. Because they haven't figured out how to take that and put that into a machine. But they want to connect it up with that cyborg body. That's phase 3. And it's easy to get rid of the ghost. Because you already manipulated, you ain't thinking for yourself. You're not reading the scripture. That's why you following Pharaoh college in place. You ain't checking anything out. Because hey, everybody was doing it, I'm doing it. Where they say, man, you ain't got nobody over there. Did you see me ask for anybody? I ain't asked for any followers. What I need that for? I give you information. See, if I had 10,000 followers, I'd have 20,000 a week later. Because if I got 10,000, you got another 10,000. I want to be like them. I don't want them. Because they're just ghosts. They're here because other people are here. Elijah Muhammad had a lot of ghosts. What happened? As soon as he was gone, they found some other ghosts to be with. Because they was all ghosts. How many? I was one of the few, and maybe the only one, that stood up and stuck with what he was telling the teacher. And I did. Everybody else went with other ghosts. Wallace and all these people that was actually teaching totally against. So that means they wasn't there because of teachings. They was ghosts. It was just because everybody else was there. And when everybody else went no direction, they went like limits. Then when Farrakhan was over, obviously, you say, those that been studying this, obviously, how in the hell, because they can see, how in the hell could they be with Farrakhan? But it's obviously, he's not teaching like Muhammad's teaching. It's clear. Clear as day, you ain't got to argue it. Because there it goes. Everybody else with them. They because other people there. It goes. Ghost planet. That's why they're there. Or they're just demons. And demons, they're ghosts too. They're the big ghosts. See? They work with the masses. Who's going to get rid of them too? The ones driving this whole process. The devils. Who's at war with this biological system. They're devils too. They're ghost devils. See? Because devils don't want them. They go along with massa. They want to see, they're not trying to, let me put it this way. They're seeking master approvals. That means they bring whatever master wants them to be. They're ghosts. Anytime you're not supposed to be in yourself, that's what Master Muhammad said, the greatest knowledge that Elijah Muhammad gives people, be yourself. So besides the demons, they're ghosts too, because they're trying to please master. They're not trying to be themselves. They're wicked. But the whole objective is to please master, be around master. That means anytime you be other than yourself, you're a ghost because you don't know who you are. You're not real. If you're not who you are, you're not real. If you're not being yourself, you're not real. I mean, by definition, that means you're a ghost. If you're trying to please other people, you're a ghost. Because you forsake yourself. That means you don't care anything about your damn self. You care more about what other people think than you think about yourself. Well, what the hell is that? You think more, you could give more credibility to other people think about you than what you think about yourself. Think about it. That means you don't care about yourself. Self-destruct. You destroy yourself to be whatever other people want you to be. Isn't that self-destructive behavior? You destroy your personality, your nature, and everything else to be what everybody else wants you to be. To be rich and famous, or just famous, or popular. You ghost. So easy to destroy ghosts. See? Just set some kind of fashion or fad, whatever, with the right people, and everybody's going to follow it right off the cliff. Whoop. It's easy. Like limits. Just set one limit off the cliff and you get rid of all the rest of them. Just take one. You got all these limits, have millions of them. One jump off the cliff, all the rest go right behind it. So just tell Kanye, man, yeah, take the jab. All right, he took it. Ghosts. So phase 3 is to get rid of the ghosts, get rid of the biological system, get all of it. Because now it's easy to get rid of ghosts. Because you're going to do it yourself. You don't have to do anything. You do it to yourself. And that's why if Master Muhammad didn't intervene, and Suleiman wasn't standing there to grab you before you fall off the cliff, talking about you Negro butts, you'd be gone. Because you're a ghost too. You'd be gone. Because he's going to give you a lightning bolt. Bam. Right to the boom. Rock you. That's what Master Muhammad is getting ready to do. He's getting ready to rock you. He's getting ready to send a lightning bolt, right, to wake, snap you out of your ghost mentality. To show you that who you really are. That you're not a ghost. To make you be yourself. That's going to be frightening to the world. Frightening all the other ghosts. When you wake up. Because you're setting the standard. And then like ghosts do, right? All the ghost demons, they're going to come on, join on to you. Because they follow, they want to be what everybody else wants to be. Okay? But we don't want them. And Master don't want them. We cast them out, we don't want them. They're ghosts. in many ways it goes, right? Because just think about it. First of all, they can't be themselves around us, can they? They're not gonna be happy around us. They're gonna be bitching and crying and fussing all the time. So we don't want them because they can't be happy around us. They're very nature, but they look like us, and they can't be happy around their uh, 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 daddies because they don't want them. See? Because they look like us. So if they got to go and try to please daddy, be around daddy. It means they can't be themselves over there either. They don't know who they are. They got conflictory natures. The nature's a devil, true. They got a little of us in them. It's in a conflict. We don't want it. We don't want it because they're devil side. The devils don't want it because they're black side. So they're in a quandary. If they be with us, they gotta act like us. That means they gotta suppress their devil side. Around the devils, right? They gotta act like the devils. The devils don't want them. But they be going with their nature, but they're still going against themselves because they can't be like they want to be because they're trying to please their master. Master won't accept them like they are. They won't accept that little touch of blackness they got in them. Master ain't gonna accept that. They gotta deny that side of them. They got like Michael Jackson. He tried to deny his blackness altogether. Look at Tiger Woods. He tried to deny his blackness altogether. The black side of him. Okay? Michael went so far as just physically get rid of it. See? So he had to deny a side of himself. That means you're not yourself. You see them out there doing it, whitewashing themselves, bleaching themselves, and everything else. That means they're not themselves. They have to deny part of themselves to be with Master. There it goes. Because he won't accept them like they are. He won't accept their blackness, and we're not going to accept their whiteness. The cyborgs, final destruction. That's what they're planning. I told you they got this plan. They got these nuclear satellites ready to go to nuclear war. Right? They plan on destroying this biological system. Well, that's what would happen. Their nuclear war. Because they want to, they're working hard behind the scenes, develop this cyborg reality. So they wouldn't have to worry about a planet that's all nuked up. What bother them? Electronic, mechanical body. Where they can see what they want to see, press a button. Feel what they want to feel, press a button. So the world may look like a barren wasteland to you. You dying in radiation. To him, it looks like a paradise. They see what they want to see. Just press a button. That's the reality they bring it in. They want to bring their own creation. They think their creation is better than ours anyway. Because they don't have to worry about disease, none of that stuff. They have to worry about recycling and all that, the biological stuff that goes with it. They have total control. They have to worry about disease and germs. They can eradicate all. They can eradicate every disease and germ out there. Except one they might have a few, might still need, but because they have a physiological brain. They can eradicate all that, eradicate cancer, all of it. And then they can live forever. A metallic something goes, they replace it. The brain doesn't die like the rest of the body. It's a whole different ball game. They live as long as they want to. That's the heaven they're trying to bring in. That's be their paradise. But you will not be any part of it. You won't be around. See, it's from a Negro butt to ghost to destroyed, destroyer. That ultimate goal is to destroy you and your biological system. Because they destroy you destroy the biological system. Destroy the biological system, destroy you. That's a destroyer. That's his goal. See, still kill and destroy. Not just kill you, destroy you. You never existed. Your biological system, everything is just gone. It's like you never existed. You won't exist. There'll be no parts you exist anymore. That's the ultimate goal. Destroy you. Destroyer. You understand? Destroyer. And most of you going, we don't catch you, a lot of you. If you're lost for lack of knowledge. Okay? See, the problem is, there was a biological system, but no matter what you do, they can't destroy consequence. Destroyer cannot destroy consequence, which you could. He's telling you can with this drop of Jesus' blood stuff, You can't destroy consequence, and that's what he's up against. See? And that's us too. So we got like a fallback position. We have a biological system. But we are consequence. We are Allah. We are the God. And that's what God is, consequence. Holy Spirit is mathematics. When you're talking about the Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, that's mathematics. It's us. Mathematics governs everything. So the Holy Spirit leads the heart to the heart of the Father and the Son. And you're all controlled by the Holy Spirit. I maybe control is the wrong word, because we control, and we are controlled because we are under the laws of mathematics. So to the extent that we're under that's control, because it's not like a conscious thing, but we are conscious of it. I don't want to go into that, but we can spend a long time talking about that. Right? But they can't destroy consequence. And we are the consequence. We're the essence of it. That's the problem they have. It turns into ghosts. One thing turns into ghosts, no things destroy us. See, turns into ghosts, that's qualitative. Destroys is quantitative. Like trying to destroy energy. You can't destroy energy. You can't do it. Energy is consequence. And that's who we are. They can't destroy us. See? But they can corrupt us. Difference. They can kill us, they can't destroy us. They're going to try to destroy the destroyer. And if everything destroys the biological system, they can destroy us because we depend on the biological system. That's why Master Muhammad's not going to let it happen. Not going to be a nuclear war. So we planned all this before they came to existence. Because they could see them destroying the biological system. That's why he's going to intervene for the war. And that's what they're planning, right? War right now. I told you how they're doing it. They're planning for war right now. But it says Master Muhammad intervened before they could pull off. That's why the fig trees, the figs weren't ripe yet. They said plan. Okay. So this is our way. Because remember, it's qualitative. In other words, we give them the quality to their destruction. Because consequence is just energy. So they produce negative energy, which would destroy them. And if we had we stayed back, it would destroy them in just a nebulous way. Maybe famine, maybe disease, whatever, because there's nobody giving it form. But we're giving it form. And it's the form we're giving it. We got 3 faces. They got 3 faces of us. We got 3 faces for them. See, Iran first. See? Weakens them. Russia cripples them. China finishes them. Because we're giving it form so we can see it. So that's what makes us a judge. Because we're judging the nature of their destruction. The quality of it. And that's the quality we're giving it. So Master Muhammad kicks it off with Iran. Battle, war in America, war in heaven. And then Armageddon. And then the flood. Triangle of death. We're in the center, we control the whole affair. We understand, brothers and sisters. So the destroyer, shockwave. Okay, let me show you something. We're going to wrap this up, brothers and sisters. So here's the demons. See, make sure you stay a ghost. Got all the things going on here. Right? Remember I told you about Sunnis of the jinn? Oh man, the great deception. That's a powerful, man, I told you that's one of the greatest deceptions. That's a powerful deception. How can you, man, that's a powerful one. The jinn, Iblis, that's a powerful deception. Because you saying, how can the people that's doing the follow the nature and the laws of God be the wrong ones? Because what you got two things going on. You got those that follow the will of God. The will and submission to the will of God. And those who claim, right, we follow the ways of God. That's where the war is. Session. Those who are in submission and those who follow the ways of God. And so from the outside point of view, you see the ones following the ways of God. What could be wrong with that? What could be wrong with that? They're following God's ways. They're walking in God's footsteps. They have possession of God's house. They speak God's language. They sit on God's land. They got God's holy book. What's wrong with that? You see? You see the problem? And then you guys don't know here. They eating shit. Being beat. Got nothing. No land. No language. No name. Nothing. Eating shit. Yet they submitted. So who are you going, if you don't know, you're a casual observer, you came from planet Vion, and you look at it and say, hey man, that's an easy call. I'm down with them Sunnis, man. That's an easy call. But the Quran says you be wrong. Iblis, you be wrong. Sunnis, you be wrong. That's why my prophet Muhammad said, most of them going to hell, the hell bow, because you be wrong. You be wrong. Because see, you in the atmosphere. You ain't in the mind zone. You ain't there. So from the atmosphere, that makes sense. It's clear. No doubt. And that's what Farrakhan's doing. Right? America, same thing. Look, industrial. Big industrial complex, been more powerful than any other country on the land. They don't know. It's just total destruction of the biological system. Scientology. You see what I'm saying? That's what he's selling. Great deception. He's the chief demon. He's selling you as he's the real material. He's a demon. He is selling this part of deception because he's presenting himself as he's a saint. When his father's a devil, he's a demon. The whole thing is one big conception, one big deception. The whole thing. That's what he's presenting. The whole thing right there is one big deception. American dream is a nightmare. American dream is to destroy this planet. Because that's what it's saying. You become a capitalist. You take all this stuff, you build, join into all, in destruction of the planet. Because this whole system is a ghost system because it's totally structured to our biological system. America's totally at war with that biological system. Sunnism totally at war. Totally at war with the will of God. Totally at war with it. Scientology is a big fake. Then you got the biggest fake of all, Legion, the demon. Look like us, ain't us. Whole thing is a fake. Mostly it looks beautiful. And mostly welcome to it because you're ghosts. I mean, that's a powerful illusion right there. A powerful illusion. I told you about the Sunni one. That's a powerful illusion. And he got you going down the road. Clear day, beautiful sun shining, good, beautiful air because you got all the foliage, no traffic. Boom, golden highway, right? You're just driving, nothing to worry about. The future belongs to you. Boom, yeah, how many can go wrong? And you step on the gas, man. Want to get there faster until you run to a dead end because that's a dead end right there. All of it's a dead end, all of it. But it looks glorious. The destroyer. Ultimate goal is your destruction. He can't accomplish it, but he thinks he can. Well, the problem for us is, it's not that he can't accomplish it, it's that he's going to destroy a lot of people in the process. He can't destroy us. He can't destroy me, take out existence. He can corrupt us, but he can't take out existence. If only one left be a Suleiman, so be it. But at least one left. He can't destroy us. But he can wipe out a lot of people. Our people are lost for lack of knowledge. Look at that. How can you go wrong with that? Tell me I'm lying. That's streaming seller. We ain't going nowhere. Sunnism. He's the Messiah. And that's the dream the Messiah has given us. And then what about it? Suleiman comes. Let's get ready to take down the basis, this falsehood. See? False Israel. False Israel. That destroys that dream. That dream is based on false Israel being the real deal. See? We ain't going nowhere with that false Israel. That dream is based on that. If you take out the base of that dream, like when you wake, the dream is good as long as you sleep. When you wake up, that dream disappears. You can't even remember it. That's happened. Because it's going to wake you up. Get ready to destroy false Israel. Right here. That stole our identity. Once that accomplished, that whole false dream that Farrakhan gave you sees a dead end. And the jinn sees the dead end. Because the one you thought was following the will of God, they was jinn. They was fighting against the will of God. And the ones that was eating shit, laying down here, stupid, ignorant, they's the ones really submitted to Allah. They're the gods. Then you got all-out war. The mask comes off, all-out war. Because they had this three-phase process right in Negro butts, ghosts, and their elimination with their destroyed biological system. But now that's failed. Direct attack, kill them. Because they know it's between us and them. Kill them, that's destroyed. Final move, kill them all. Not just us, all of them. Male chances. Get rid of all of them. Anything black, get rid of it. Total destruction. That's the final battle between us and them. That's the final battle between us and them. That's the battle between us and them. Direct battle. Because now we still have control of affair. Armageddon, flood, we have control of that. But the direct, face to face, us and them, the devils and us. That's what takes place right here. That's why Lazarus rose as a great army. Because they're going to attack us face to face. Destroyer. They see the game is up. We'll go. Can't mess around anymore. Our plan got preempted. Master Muhammad moved before we was ready. So let's destroy them. That was the ultimate goal to begin with, destroy us. Destroyer. And then comes Armageddon. They try to destroy us. We get out of here. Master Muhammad moves out of here. Forces will go down and then is determined. Now they destroy themselves. Destroyer is destroying themselves. Armageddon, European War. And demons here in America, remember, they are destroyers. They destroy us children, black-faced children. They're all about self. They built self-destructing to us. Now they're destroying themselves. Everything they did is turning back on them. Everything they did is because it's consequence. So they was trying to destroy us. Now they self-destructive. They made us self-destructive. Now they self-destructive. Europeans are destroying themselves. Demons against massive. That's self-destruction. Destroyer going against the destroyer. Destroyers destroying themselves. They turn them against themselves. We've turned them against themselves. They turn us against ourselves. Now we turn against themselves. In Europe, they're destroying themselves. In America, they're destroying themselves. The black-faced devils against the white-faced devils. They're all destroying themselves here and destroying themselves over in Europe. As a part of destruction, right? Then comes death. Right? See? The ultimate destroyer, death. Full death. That's why I call him death. In Hades, that follows. Destroy themselves. Now they come in and final destruction. What they had planned for us backfires. Now it comes to destroy them. Now they was destroyed. Now they have a destroyer. It was to destroy us. Now they're being destroyed by their destroyer, death. Death and Hades come rolling in. Because if they destroy us, they weaken themselves. Now the destroyer comes to destroy them. That was their plan for us. That happens to them. Like I said, we would inherit, the Quran said we would inherit their words, inherit their plans. That's it, brothers and sisters. The destroyer meets their destroyer. The destroyer. Phase 3, they fail at phase 3. Master Muhammad intervenes. Suleiman grabs Lazarus as he's just about to fall into a depths of hell, fall into destruction. Says it will come as a snare. He's about to be caught in the snare. Suleiman grabs him. Last minute. Hey. We're 30 years. Pan. Snatch him right out of the jaws of destruction. Snatch him out of the jaws of destruction. Right out of the jaws of destruction. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. I think that's it. That's it, brothers and sisters. I'm going to leave it there. The destroyer meets his destroyer. Destroyer meets his destroyer. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. The destroyer. So understand, Farrakhan is doing, he's doing his thing. He's part of the destroyer. He's their black face destroyers. But he's the cheerleader. The cheerleader ghost. See? To get you to go along. All of you are ghosts out there. If I'm not a ghost, what's your name? What's your language? See? What's your religion? You tell me you're not a ghost. Show me how religion connect with reality. You're not a ghost, you're a ghost. And you're a Negro butt. Negro butt and a ghost. But don't dismay. Because you got a champion here that's going to save your ass. And we love you. We know what you've been through. I went through it. And you God's apple God's eye, because you submitted. You did the great thing. You did the hard thing. See? You did the unbearable thing. You submit to God under the most horrible situation, under hard costs, but using submission, you submitted. So now you're about to get the reward. And now the truth be told, that you was the one that was a submission. Not the Sunnis with their holiness. What's so holy, man? I do a Ramadan. I do the 5 prayers. Go to Mecca. I do all those good things. See? I'm the Holy One. And look, y'all eating shit over there. Forget about the part that we put you in that situation. Y'all ain't nothing, y'all niggas. That's the Sunni perspective. And then what's the false Israel? Look at those niggas over there. Boy, pimps, hoes, tramps, dummies, lazy. Forget about the part, that's the image you made of us using demons. You gave us that image that wasn't our image. And you stole our identity. Okay? And where did you see Abraham? Why would he want them niggas over there? They got the same attitude towards the Sunni have. We don't like them niggas over there. Look at them. See how holy we are. See how white we are. That black niggas. They got the same attitude. Sunnis and the false, and then the devils. We've been feeding them shit and everything. They ain't nothing. Look at them. If there was something, man, they would have overcome this 20 years ago, man. We had been doing anything, raped their women, everything. They couldn't do nothing. They could do nothing to us. We did everything we wanted to do with them. See, they ain't nothing but shit. God cursed them. They ham. See, look how white we are. How powerful we are. We had them eating shit. See? That's the attitude. Then you go to China. They don't want your ass over there. Niggas don't come over here. India don't want your niggas over there either. But you don't want any submission. They're so powerful. Look how powerful we are, China. How powerful we are, man. Look at how powerful we are. Look how many of us there is. Look at them niggas. They ain't got no land. They got no niggas. They call themselves Thomas Jackson. Who the hell is Thomas Jackson? That a white boy. Don't even know who they are. Look at them. You can't look at their women. Ass shaking on the screen and look like. What the world thinks of us. Destroyer. Turns in the Negro Broadcast into ghosts. Now they're trying to turn us into extinction. Eliminate us. And everybody thinks of us like we shit. Yet the Quran says, we're the ones of submission. We're the ones doing God's will. So what God is that? I mean, damn, it must be Satan. Why would God have you doing, well, okay, we'll see. And they're not doing God's will. They're enemies. And now everything's about to turn on its head. So the last week, first, it's about to turn on its head. Shock the hour. It's a grievous thing. It's about to be turned on its head. Because not only are we doing God's will, we are the God. And they're going to be turned upside down. They're going to be on the bad end of the recycling cycle. We're going to be the gold side of it, gold and silver. And they're going to be the shit side of it. Because everything has to balance, and we keep everything in balance. So now they're going to get the shit. Where it tells you, it said in hell, they'll be eating shit and piss, urine and piss. That's what Quran says. They're going to be on the bad end of the cycle. Okay? You reap what you sow. You sow the wind, you're going to reap the whirlwind. Every action has an opposite reaction. Now the nation's going to be on the back end of the cycle. They're on the back end. We're going to turn this thing right side up. Because right now it's upside down. The tail is the head and the head is the tail. We no longer be the tail anymore. That's what the Quran tells you. It says, we no longer be the tail. That means we're on the bad end of it. We're the shit end of it. We no longer, but we're going to be the head. They're going to be the shit end. Okay. The destroyer. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. I'm going to leave it there.